what I tend to find I'm doing with a lot of the treatments is summation. So this is now, rather than just doing some, let's go with the manipulation for whether I'm trying to go more midline with spinal, or if I'm doing something more on a limb, that's going to get more the lateral cerebellum or intermediate, but it's going to go more distal. And that then feeds through into some of the frontal and corticospinal areas. So what I may then do is be performing that treatment whilst they've got then exposure to light from one side that might be flashing. If they're photosensitive, then it will probably be a filter decreasing light from one side. There might be sound. I might have let's say vibration or a TENS machine on a particular area.
How do you decide?
Well, I guess there's part experience and part thinking, well, what's the common pathway? What's the area I want to do? So if I'm trying to get a lot of sensory input in, then we're going to this area, and that can be fairly passive because we've got sensory information coming in the sensory strip. Then we've got auditory around area 42 there and vision from sort of 17. As that gets then processed, it all collates in the, particularly the superior parietal lobule here. So if I'm trying to improve their sensory processing of a level, then I'm probably going to be using those inputs. If I'm trying to do something more frontal, then these will feed in there, but I want them to be using their frontal lobe. So then I'm going to be giving them more of a task-orientated thing where they've got to plan how they're going to move. They might be doing a coordination task, which could be sort of fine motor things or more gross motor movements. And if I'm wanting to activate the cerebellum with that at the same time, so if I'm going to activate this left frontal area more, I would be trying to get them balancing on their right leg or doing a right arm coordination exercise, whilst perhaps doing some manipulation at some point into their, they might have to speak in time to a beat,
Right.
so that they're using the speech areas there. If they're doing a times table, for instance, that's activating more at the left side. So you can add cognitive exercises to it, and they can be in terms of motor planning or in terms of more abstract thinking with, maths or visualizations and things if it's going to be on the right side.
What's happening at a cellular level? I mean, is it just increasing synaptic pathways that's changing the function or changing the...
I think it's basically the neuroplasticity. So the theory is that if we send signals up one pathway, that will have the effect of then when a nerve is activated from another synapse, the nucleus then starts to upregulate and we get a bit more protein produced. You get transcription and translation. I may have done that in the wrong order. And so the cell gets a little bit stronger over a period of time if you're getting enough stimulation or a little bit over time. So then when we do summation, we're getting several pathways then coming and colliding on that area, which seems to be more effective. And there seems to be often practically, if some are inhibitory and some are excitatory, then you're getting more activation of that nerve. Not that it's overfiring, but it's giving it more to up its metabolic rate.